Hey everyone, and welcome. We're about to pull back the covers on something we all do every single night, but honestly, very few of us actually understand sleep. So get ready because what science is uncovering might just change how you think about hitting the pillow tonight.
So let's start with a big one. Can you really catch up on lost sleep? We've all said it, right? Ugh, it's fine, I'll just sleep in this weekend. We treat sleep like a bank account we can just overdraw and then pay back later. But what if that's a complete myth, and a dangerous one at that?
Yeah, you heard that right. Some really startling new research is showing that when you lose sleep, you might be losing something you can never, ever get back. So what are we talking about here? Well, the answer is happening at a level you can't even see.
So let's talk about the price of poor sleep, because this is really a cellular wake-up call. The consequences of skimping on sleep go way beyond just feeling a little groggy the next day. We're talking about fundamental, serious changes happening deep inside your body.
And this is the number that should really grab your attention. 90 minutes. That's it. A really groundbreaking study from the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai looked at what happens when healthy adults lose just an hour and a half of sleep per night, every night.
And what they found was, wow, it was staggering. This small, chronic sleep loss actually changed the DNA programming of the body's immune stem cells. This made them go into overdrive, producing way too many white blood cells. And that puts your body into a constant state of low-grade inflammation, which is a key driver of heart disease. But here's the real kicker. Even after weeks of catch-up sleep, these dangerous changes at the cellular level, they didn't go away. They stuck around.
This quote from Dr. Cameron McAlpine, one of the lead researchers, just says it all. Poor sleep leaves a molecular imprint. Think of it like a permanent scar on your immune system. So you see, sleep is not a bank account. You can't just make a withdrawal and pay it back later without any consequences. That debt has a very real, very physical cost.
Okay, so we've seen the damage. But why is sleep so incredibly critical? To get that, we need to pop the hood and take a look at the amazing biological machinery that's running every single night while you're completely out of it.
So, your sleep is basically run by two main systems that have to work together perfectly. Think of it this way. Process S is like a sleep pressure gauge. The longer you're awake, the more a chemical called adenosine builds up, making that pressure gauge go higher and higher, creating that feeling of sleepiness. But process C, your body's master clock, or circadian rhythm, is the timer. It's regulated by light, and it dictates the best time for you to go to sleep. You get the best, most restorative sleep when that pressure gauge is maxed out right when the timer says, okay, it's time.
And once you're asleep, this is where the real magic happens. It's broken into two main phases. First, you've got deep sleep. This is when your body's repair crew gets to work, fixing tissues, supporting your immune system, and literally power washing toxic gunk out of your brain. Then you have REM sleep. This is when your mind's personal organizer takes over, filing away memories from the day, processing emotions, and cooking up those wild, vivid dreams. You absolutely need both to be at your best.
Now, when you get enough of both deep and REM sleep, the benefits are just profound. And believe me, it is about so much more than just not feeling tired the next day.
For starters, your brain basically becomes this super efficient librarian overnight. All those things you learned, that important conversation you had, sleep is what takes that information from a fragile, short-term sticky note and cements it into your long-term memory. It also fine-tunes your emotions. You ever feel super irritable or just off after a bad night's sleep? That's because REM sleep is crucial for processing your emotional experiences. It lets you wake up with a clearer, more resilient mind. It is absolutely a cornerstone of good mental health.
And on the physical side, your entire cardiovascular system gets a much-needed break. During deep sleep, your heart rate and blood pressure dip down, which reduces the strain on your heart and lowers your long-term risk of things like hypertension and heart disease.
And this brings us full circle. As we saw right at the beginning, proper sleep is when your immune system really does its best work. It's producing protective proteins and reinforcing all its defenses. Without it, like that Mount Sinai study so brilliantly showed us, your whole defense system is left wide open.
So, what is the magic number to unlock all these amazing benefits? Well, the American Academy of Sleep Medicine and basically all the experts agree on this range. For most adults, getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night is the non-negotiable foundation for your health.
Okay, so we've laid out the science, we understand the stakes, now let's get practical. How can we actually get better sleep? This isn't about some magic pill, it's about building smart, consistent habits. It's your action plan.
And the key concept we're talking about here is something called sleep hygiene. It's a great term, just like dental hygiene protects your teeth, good sleep hygiene protects your rest. It's simply a collection of powerful behaviors that are totally within your control.
So, your recipe for a good night's sleep actually starts the second you wake up. Get some bright light in your eyes to signal to your body's master clock that, hey, the day has begun. Get some exercise to help build up that adenosine-driven sleep pressure. And please, cut off the caffeine in the afternoon so it doesn't block that pressure when you need it most. And if you have to nap, keep it short and sweet so you don't burn off too much of that sleep pressure before bedtime.
Then, in the evening, your one and only goal is to help your body ease into rest. Dim the lights and get off your screens. The blue light from those devices literally stops your brain from producing the sleep hormone melatonin. A warm bath can be amazing because the drop in your body temperature after you get out actually mimics a natural trigger for sleep. Create a consistent, relaxing routine and make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. And finally, we have to talk about retraining our brains. Your brain needs to have one and only one powerful association with your bed: sleep. So if you're just lying there, tossing and turning, getting frustrated, get up. Break that negative connection. Go to another dimly lit room, do something calming, and only come back when you actually feel sleepy again. And for the love of all that is good, stop watching the clock. It only creates anxiety, which is the mortal enemy of sleep. Okay, look, we've gone over a lot of advice, and you don't have to do it all at once. That would be overwhelming. But just think about it for a second. What is the one small thing you can commit to changing starting tonight? Maybe it's just putting your phone away an hour before bed. Maybe it's turning the thermostat down a couple of degrees. The journey to better sleep really does start with one single step.
So let's end by reframing how we see this whole thing. Sleep is not a passive state. It's not a luxury or a sign of weakness. It is an active, powerful, absolutely essential biological process that repairs your body, sharpens your mind, and fortifies your health. Honestly, it's your built-in superpower. You just have to learn how to use it.